Hello, all you market traders and profit takers. This is your Forex University professor at your forexuniversity.com. We're going to take a look and review and do a little forecasting, a little lessons, a little some of everything here, as we normally do. This is the week ending of November the 14th, 2014. And as we normally do, we're going to go right in and look at and see what happened at the end of the week and what the tail of the tape, so to speak, was not as profitable as it has been for the last few weeks because of the consolidation and because of human error. There were a few points, especially on Friday, where we really locked ourselves up, didn't make a very good profit. But this is the end of the end result. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is just give you a little preview and let you know, heads up. We're going to begin with starting next week. We're going to start reviewing the trades for the week as they happened. I know normally we'll just show you how it ended up and all of that. We're going to begin showing you how these trades were made with our quick view and using our analysis. We're going to do that. We're not going to get in a lot of detail because that information becomes, I mean, this is a public video. Some of the, we've just had a little battle with trying to figure out how do we put this out for you, and at the same time, we don't compromise the people who pay money to us to learn, and we don't want to make that public, I suppose, to just everyone because that wouldn't be fair to our students. But we are going to work that out. We're going to let you take a little sneak preview into that. Let's get right into the chart. And this is the Kiwi we're looking at on a daily chart actually. Reason being because we had been evaluating it. Actually, let's start right there since we're already there. We've got on a daily chart. I know this is a weekly review, but we have to look at things fractally as we normally do. Sometimes we're even broken down into the 4 hours, right? So what we have right now, we've got a close that's above the trend line that's been taking place, and we've also breached the high. So we know that we're looking at a possible move that's going to change in its environment to the upside now. With this Kiwi, it's showing signs of strength. That's also, if you put in a RSI on this, you'll notice that there's divergence going on. We've got two lows, double bottoms. One is a little bit lower than the other, but the strength of the move back is stronger than the price. That's an indication of a new direction, a new push back to the upside at this point. And we have to take that with a grain of salt as well. So what we would do, we're going to look for a retracement level, right? And let's see where that looks. Oh, it fits right in. The 50% is fitting in with this GAN level here at the 7804. Um, the 618 level is, it's got a little bit of support there with some bottoms right in here. As you look across this line of where the 618 is, like right in this area, I'll show you. Like this bottoms here, the bottoms here, they're all matching up with that 618, right? All right, so that's just a quick sneak preview at that. Now let's get back to the weekly and remove this from here. We don't need it right now. All right, so on the weekly, the Kiwi weekly, as you can see, it did get a close above this trend line. It's a very sharp trend line, so you got to treat it with a grain of salt. And it's hadn't had a chance to breach it yet. We might breach it this week. We might not. It might turn out to be what's called a double dare short, meaning that we're going to short halfway between this close and this high and then expect the price not to break past this point up here at this high and find its way back down, maybe find support. It's 708. We'll take that as a target and we'll see. But as you can see, we are still in consolidation at this point. Just because we've got that close above the trend line doesn't mean that consolidation is over. We might still see a move back to the downside and will continue to consolidate possibly for a while. I mean, this can go on for weeks and weeks, as you can see back historically through here, right? All right, let's move over to the Aussie, which is very similar to the Kiwi in terms of its nature. And as you can see, it's got a strong move. It's bounced back up after last week, Friday, when it did that dip and came back and it dipped a little bit and it's been moving to the upside. If you look at it on a 4 hour chart, you can see that the Australian dollar all week has it did a retracement, it made a full move up and then another retracement, and it looks like it might continue in that pattern. We'll just have to watch it and see what's going on with it. um, the pound, I want you to see the pound because the pound has shown us that. Now, last week we talked about closing below this value area right here. Let me get over a little bit more so we can see better. We closed below this value area here, and we saw that was a sign of bearishness, and bearishness it was. It made a strong move to the downside, continued on down while the Aussie against the dollar and the Kiwi against the dollar made moves up. Pound made moves down. Even the euro has it's an inside bar here, but it still moved up. Pound, we're watching it make some moves down. Now, of course, there are fundamentals involved in all of this as well. But the thing is as we are learning day by day, week by week, the technicals will confirm the fundamentals and vice versa. So this is one reason why we worry more about the technicals, because the technicals will show us the fundamentals. Okay, we can look at this and know that there is some fundamental analysis that's creating this weakness in the pound. Difference, does it make us any difference? Not really, because as long as we're making money, that's really the bottom line. Who cares about how you do it as long as it's done right, right? And so let's move on. Oh, wait a minute. We still want to look a little bit more into this euro. We don't want to just pass by it. Um, let's zoom out. Let's get a bigger, broader view of this euro. As you can see, we've got two value areas. There's a wide gap between them, but they're there. And we have to be mindful of this space. We've got one, two, three, four, five levels of GAN in between here. And you'll also notice that we're underneath the 618 retracement from this low to this high. Let me point them out to you. This low down here to this high up here, we've crashed beyond the 618 level, and we're in a heavy downtrend. We might come and look for this in a long, now we're looking at a weekly chart, mind you. I mean, this is like 2 years ago back here. This is okay, and but it's a value area nevertheless. And if we get down to this area, down here around this 121.34 area, there's probably going to be some reaction. It's probably going to show us some sign of support unless some type of catastrophic situation, well, I won't say catastrophic, but major, we'll just say major, all right, causes it to crash right through there. That doesn't happen very often when you see this kind of a long-term move. Now, I'm not saying it won't go beyond it at some point, but I'm speaking in terms of when we first get to it, there's probably going to be some type of reaction back to the upside because of the value area. We might even see a 2 or 3 year consolidation between these two value areas. We don't know, but it's analysis. All right. Um, anyway, as for right now, this week coming up, we are seeing that we have this inside bar, right? Take a look at it, you'll see that it's an inside bar, and it's got a little bit of a hammerishness to it. It's the inside bar of a somewhat of a spinning top, a big spinning top, right? So basically, if we see things break past here, we might end the week next week with getting past this first running line, trend line, trying to find our way across to reach towards the end of the year, this trend line and this uh, value area together could definitely create some resistance. And there's a GAN line I'm looking at here that could really create some resistance to push things back. However, more long term look at it, if we look for a retracement from the point, let me see, where did this give us a retracement? Yes, okay, so that would have to be the next high down here. I think we did this last week. I'm not sure, but we're doing it now. All right, we didn't quite make it back to the 318, so we'll keep it there. Move this here. So we to retrace at 318, we'd have to get a little bit above this value area, kind of like what happened here. Getting a little bit above that value area. If we get a really hard, fast move to get in here around, what would that be? Maybe December or so. Yeah, the mid-December area. If we could get push up fast enough to get up here and meet this trend line at the same time we're meeting with the 318 and this GAN level at 128.98, we might see another resistance point where it'll come down. It might get caught in this value area here for a moment. We'll see how that plays out. And hey, it's all analysis. It's all analysis. Okay, the Canadian dollar. Let's see what's going on here on the weekly chart. As we can see that we've got the value area here, which also has been rejected last week, and now it's rejected again this week. This could, and I remember last week we talked about the RSI on the Canadian dollar and how it's a weakening move right now. And we can see that in the candles that things have weakened up for the last 2 weeks with this bullish move, having the resistance from the value area reject the price. And so now we've got 2 weeks of rejection, 2 weeks in a row. Um, is it bearish? It just means be cautious, bulls. Start taking tighter targets. Okay, that's what it means. We still can retrace to this 382 area, and hopefully we'll do it when we meet up with the trend line. If not, I would probably say the next best bullish move on this would be the 618. And the reason why is because of the weakness of the move up right now. You can expect a harder correction per se. You'll have a moment of more bearishness before there's any bullishness, and hopefully, hopefully, it'll move slow enough to reach into next year so that we can have the trend line here, this base trend line, meet up with the 618. So we can maybe get a steady move to the downside here for the rest of the year. An easy kind of a move down, until we can, you know, I didn't do that very well, but I think you understand what I'm trying to show you. All right, how about the franc? Uh, let's do. Oh, and by the way, with all of these, we're looking at long-term, weekly analysis and whatnot. Day by day, hour 4 hour by 4 hour, we're dealing with using our quick view levels, which keep us together, and we're going to get more into that as we, as I said, in the weeks to come, we're going to try that. It's just an experiment. If it doesn't work out, well, we'll always have the weekly reviews looking at the charts here. All right. Again, here's the franc, and pretty much same thing as we had on the Canadian dollar, only we didn't get as high, and even though there was no value area to speak of here, we still had the same type of reaction. We're down at this channel here, getting close to this running trend line that we've got here, on our way back, looking for some type of correction, maybe in this area here with the 382, which is roughly around the 93.46 area, and even with the 618, being down here, there's a lot of support there. Uh, we zoom out a little bit so we could see more of what's going on. Oh my, yes, yes. We've kind of got a double top going on here. We might want to take a look and see where is the relative strength on this. We've had a fairly wide 2, 3 year ping pong match going on between these areas. Um, it's pretty much been between here and here, as you can see. Um, but anyway, yeah, we've got definitely some support right in here, as you can see at this where this 618 is on the move. Okay, let's take a quick look at the yen and see what we're doing on the weekly on the yen. The yen is still, the dollar is still strong against the yen. A little strong, actually much stronger than it is now against the franc and the Canadian dollar. We never made much of a retracement this past week. Uh, we're moving forward into new territory here. That's good. I mean, that's just strengthen the dollar. We should probably at this point create a running line or something from here, the point that we started taking off. We could put a little bit more of a running line in there, about right there maybe. And we're still bullish. What about exhaustion? See what kind of signs of exhaustion. Well, let's start with an RSI really quick and see what it shows us. Well, no exhaustion. Well, I mean, we're in these higher ends here, but there's no divergence or anything like that going on. So let's look for some other things as well. We'll try looking at any. We're past the whole, definitely past the profit taking on this move that corrected here, and it's just leaped right on by. So what we can do at this point is put another. Uh, oh, we already have it. Okay. All right. We already have a retracement level set for the yen. 382 is coming back right to this little small value area that we have right here. That would be a good spot. Put it on a 4-hour chart. I want to extend that a little bit so we can see it better and move it across. Okay. Get that into the end of the year. All right, we're all done. We've done our analysis, our reviews, and forecasting. We pretty much know where we are at this point. Real quick, I'm just going to do this on the 4-hour chart for the sake of being a little more aggressive. I'm going to put in this faster running line. Looking for, okay, we're right there on it right now. We should see this continue to ride this line, this fast running line. If not, we'll probably, if we get some closes below here, we'll probably see it come down into this value area to find support with it. We'll see how that works out. Okay. I am your Forex University professor here at yourforexuniversity.com. We've just reviewed and given some forecasts for November the 14th, 2014. Until next week, may all of your trades be profitable.